Palumbo here with an RX Muscle news update. This just in, a very interesting little exercise that I thought was very creative on the part of Redcon One and Aaron Singerman. Blessing Awodibu, their athlete, also known as the Boogeyman, was supposed to make his pro debut at the Arnold Australia Pro Show. And obviously that was canceled, so he never got a chance to do it. We've been seeing videos of him on his Instagram, and he looks really good and freaky. He's kind of like a mini Greene, young guy on the up-and-coming, great personality. I've interviewed him before. They asked head judge Steve Weinberger, hey, would you evaluate him, via Skype? I believe that's what they used. And he did all his mandatory poses. He went through, his quarter turns, and Steve evaluated him as if, I guess he was judging him, on a pro stage, and gave him a lot of feedback. And you can see in the video up here, he went through every pose, went through the, front double, back lat spread, rear lat spread, front lat spread, the whole kit and caboodle, all 8 poses, all 8 mandatories. And Steve evaluated him and basically gave him good feedback. And I thought and I always said this before, I said, Steve Weinberger is probably the best judge of all time. And I say that because he's probably the most accurate in terms of when he's the head judge on the panel, very few people complain about the outcome of the event. Whereas we've seen other head judges and it doesn't always work out that way. I also have watched Steve judge. He's one of the fastest judges up there as well. He moves the lineup very quickly because, he knows who he's looking at. He's been doing this a long time. That just shows you experience, I've talked to, doctors and surgeons, and the good surgeons can get done with what seems like a complex surgery in much less time than someone who's less experienced because they know what they're doing. Putting that aside, I looked at the video. I watched the video myself, and I think that the conditioning level that Blessing was, showing in the video was spectacular. I think he really did his homework, which I know makes it even harder for him because he has to accept the fact that he just couldn't compete, that there was no shows to do. It's like someone yanked the carpet out from underneath him. It's not a good feeling. It never happened to me, but I could, as an athlete, I can respect that. You put in so much hard work. You diet for 16, 18 weeks. You suffer, you sacrifice, and then someone says to you at the last minute, oh, by the way, you can't compete. You can call this a consolation prize when it was all said and done. But I loved front double bicep. Thought he has great arms, chest, shoulders, good waistline, ripped, good conditioning in the separation in the legs. I think his legs could be a little bigger for his upper body, to balance out his frame too. He's got a big frame, which is good for bodybuilding, but I think he hasn't filled it out completely yet. As big as his arms are, I still think they could even be bigger, As big as his, his chest is great, but I mean, even his delts could be bigger just because he's frame-wise so structurally big. Side poses are really good. Side triceps, awesome. I love the side chest shot. Back poses are really, really, really good. I think his back double is better than his rear lat spread because I think his lats need to be wider. And Steve Weinberger, by the way, reiterated exactly what I'm saying. Bigger legs, bigger back. And something interesting that Steve said is that, he's like, I'm being super critical here. I'm not being critical to the point where, I don't think you can do well on a pro stage. I'm saying what you need to come into the show to completely dominate and to be the hands down winner. And the good thing is that he's got time on his side. He's young and he's going to keep improving as he has been. And I guess you could say, it was nice. It had to be a nerve-wracking experience for him, first of all, because he's standing in front of a camera, and then he's got to listen to Steve's, it's like going to a doctor's appointment, getting, checked over, and then the doctor comes back into the room to kind of give you his evaluation of what's going on. And you're like, oh, I hope I'm healthy, But Steve gave him a really good evaluation, I thought. Just said more legs, more back width, not thickness. His back thickness is really good, especially his traps going down the middle of his back. He's got a lot of density there. And development. And you could tell the guy deadlifts, you don't get that unless you deadlift. There's no doubt about that. So back to the drawing board, now, and I guess he could work the rest of the year. I don't know if he's going to plan on trying to compete at the end of the year or not. I would say wait till next year's Arnold or, next year's shows, maybe New York Pro. Give yourself another full year just to put on another, 10, 15 pounds of muscle, because if he does that, he's deadly. So I also want to throw in a final note to my good friend Aaron Singerman. Even though I couldn't make it out to your birthday, he had a 40th birthday at the end of January. I want to say happy birthday to you. Now you're officially an old fuck like the rest of us. What you'll find, Aaron, is now none of your birthdays actually matter anymore. No one cares anymore. It's all about your kids and how old they're going to be and what gifts you're going to buy them. But I hope you had a happy birthday, and hopefully business is doing well. The good thing about the supplement industry is that I guess we're still doing pretty well because people really need supplies. I'm buying a ton of supplements that I don't make, from everywhere, Amazon and people's websites. And because let's face it, we're stuck in the house. I'm making everything here. Everything is happening in my house. Can't go out. I can't get a shake someplace. I can't go out and get a meal someplace. So everything I'm doing, and I think people find that they'll spend more on themselves when they know they're not going out and buying dinners for themselves and going on vacations and going places. I mean, it's a good way to save money, by not being able to leave your house very often. The only thing we spend money on is the supermarket pretty much at this point, when I make my supermarket runs once a week. Anyway, I hope everyone's family's doing well out there. Blessing, keep going. You look great. You have a promising future, which was not just confirmed by me, but by Steve Weinberger, which is the guy you want to confirm that. And I think we're going to see you on a Olympia stage within the next couple of years. And who knows, you might be Mr. Olympia someday. For now, though, I am Dave Palumbo with another RX Muscle News Update.